And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked. What's that? Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
And with that, we are back. Hello and welcome to another Franchise Hockey Manager 4 stream. My name is Adam. I am the community manager of Franchise Hockey. Not with me is FHM producer Jeff. And we are back for a very special Monday episode of our Florida Panthers hockey season. And we're back for one big reason. We previously streamed last Wednesday, and we ended just after the trade deadline. Things were going very poorly. As you can see by our schedule here, we were racking up the odd win, but we're losing more games than not. The trade deadline came and went. We ended up actually selling off some players. Let's pull up the transaction log here. It'll take a minute. And so we traded away Mark Mathot, traded away Mark Borowitzki, picked up a 7th-round pick, traded away Dennis Mulligan and a 7th-round pick to get up Case McCarthy as another prospect. We weren't really expecting much to happen. In fact, I said at the end of the episode, I'm just going to send this out. If something interesting happens, we'll probably do a stream. If nothing interesting happens, I'm going to go all the way to September. Well, here's what happened. I played the games out. I put Connor Hellebuyck in and refused to take him out even during back-to-back games. And we can see here, we started winning on March 5th, and we didn't lose again. Austin Matthews came back, and basically, between Hellebuyck heating up, he got pulled in one game. He got pulled in, I think, this April 3rd game, the 6-3 win. And that was it. Otherwise, just wins straight throughout. 5-2, 4-3, 5-3, 3-2, 2-0, 9-2, 4-1, 3-0, 2-1, 3-0, 2-1, 3-2, 6-3, 6-2, and 6-5 to end the year. And we made the playoffs. Huzzah! We have done it. Much to the delight of everybody involved. The team completely turned it around. So let's look at how we did that. Hellebuyck, you can see here, is still 2 fires, dropped a little bit because of the start of the playoffs, but looking at our stats summary, we can see Austin Matthews only played in 61 games, but still got 76 points. That right there is why we made it to the playoffs. He came back and was averaging 2-3 points a game. Gaudreau stepped up, had 74 points. Barkov had 73. Tippett threw in 65. Ekblad, 52 off the point. Huberdeau, 43. Suzuki, 33. Butcher put up 32. Trocheck put up 28. Solid scoring straight up and down the line. Basically, we could do no wrong. So, this is what happened and where we're at. In the standings, let's go back here to the division here. You can see we sneaked all the way up from out of the playoffs, into second place in the Atlantic, which is crazy. We finished at 48, 31, and 3 for 99 points, beating third place Tampa Bay by 4 points. We knocked several teams out of the playoffs. And again, so what happened? Well, we're coming up round 1. We play Tampa Bay. And the great news about that is we went 6-1-1 versus Tampa Bay this year. So there's hope for us to get past the first round. Now, do I think that'll happen? I don't really know. Again, I'm not sure how long the stream will be. It could only be 10 minutes. It might be 20 minutes. It might be an hour. Who knows? We're going to play these playoff games through. We're going to go through things. So we'll just take a quick look at, obviously, the trophy nominees. So we can see the Hart, for instance, Connor McDavid, Erik Karlsson, Jack Eichel, are the usual suspects here. Talbot, Dubnyk, John Gibson. Vezina trophies. Probably Hellebuck should have went there, but his stat line isn't that great because of how poorly he did at the start of the year. Norris, we got Larson, Fowler, Carlson again. Calder Trophy, Kyle Grunstrom, Yoni Tulola, something like that, and Jordan Kyrou. Executives of the Year. We made it to be a nominee for the Executive of the Year, probably because we finally did, in fact, turn it around. Yes, Gudu, it could be a 10-minute stream. Listen, there's not a huge amount for us to do if we don't make the playoffs. I mean, we have Team Slovakia, but that's not going to be too exciting either. So we got Bo Horvat, Patrice Bergeron, and Adam Henrique are the nominees for the Frank Selke Award. Lady Bing, we have Johnny Gaudreau as a finalist. So another Florida Panther makes it on there. Mark Messier, Leadership. Bo Horvat, Charlie Coyle, and Ricard Raquel. Ted Lindsay, same guys as the Hart, actually. Maybe not quite. And Jack Adams, we got a Jack Adams nominee. So we have hope to maybe take home some hardware at least. Basically, that's all it is. We are here to play the playoffs. Toronto kicked everybody's butt, 125 points. We finished 4th in the Eastern Conference, but finished 2nd division. So all things considered, pretty darn good. I was very shocked as I was kind of running this sim out and messaging Jeff going, I can't believe this is happening. We haven't lost a single game. It's crazy. So here we have our first game versus Tampa Bay. I'm not really planning on playing these. Simming seemed to have worked before. We even have Vincent Trocheck was hurt. I didn't put him back in the lineup. The team and lines are playing great as they are. Maybe we'll look at that if we start struggling. But you know what? Everybody's clicking. That's how we won throughout the end of the year. So we're not touching anything. So we got a play game. Connor Hellebuck's in net. Still has those 2 flames. Gonna touch nothing else. And our first game versus Tampa Bay. And we lose, of course, 3-2. Giving up... only gave up 24 shots against, but we only got... Okay, apparently I missed the score on there. Okay, didn't. That was regular seasons. Okay, so we lost 3-2. Or, sorry, 2-1, not 3-2. Read your information. So who scored? Austin Matthews got a power play goal for us. Unfortunately, we just couldn't get over that goal. 1 goal per period. Not really a bad game. Only 4 penalty minutes. We even them with hits. 9 giveaways. That's not great. But we had 6 takeaways. Face-off wins. We out won them in face-offs. Okay, rough start to the playoffs. First loss. Hopefully we can rebound on that. And you can see some other scores here. Nothing too surprising. And we got a scouting report. Not going to be anything too concerned. We don't have a lot of picks either for this draft. Okay, so Hellebuck actually lost 1 flame, which is disappointing. We'll sim this game out. 917 save percentage versus 958. Rough. Sim it out, and oh man, we lose again. 3-2. Oh, rough. Gave up 2 goals in the first period. We were down 3-0 through the second. And our team put it on late. Tried to turn it up. And we got 1 goal. Alright, so we're going to look at our roster here for a second then. 2 straight losses, not happy with that. Trocheck could come into the lineup, so who's coming out? Borkstrand? Dixon had 26 points. Borkstrand had 20. Okay. Not taking any of those guys out. Bukestad did not do that great, but he's playing okay. Borkstrand's at 2.5 stars. Yeah, okay, it's going to be Borkstrand comes out. And we'll replace him with Trocheck. And alright, look at our strategy here. Trocheck slots in on the 4th line. I'm actually okay with that. We'll see if maybe he can... let's just create line, see if it changes anything. Okay, move Trocheck up 1, put Eberle down 1. I'm okay with that, actually. Maybe Eberle gets a slightly better line shot there. All right, continue. And we see several other teams took 2-0 leads. So Mark Scheifele got hurt. Oh, that's too bad. And Connor McDavid scores a hat trick in the playoffs. So another game versus Tampa Bay. Of course, beat them all all regular season. So of course we'd be struggling against them in the playoffs. Everything here looks pretty good. Like, I mean, we should get some help, but apparently their goalie is just destroying us right now. Sim the game out, and we lose again, and Hellebuck goes cold. Oh man, 3-2 loss. 4-2 loss. Must have been an empty net goal. We scored the first goal and then couldn't stop anything in the end. They actually went ahead. We tied it up and then gave up 2 late goals, one being an empty net. And now we're down 3-0 in the series. Well, the good news is we made it past the 10-minute mark, so it won't be a 10-minute stream, but it's pushing very close to it. I know, Gudu, this is the scary part. And we can see a storyline has actually come up for new pads for Craig Anderson. Which is interesting. So, could be our last game. We don't really have any roster things we can change. The only thing would be is if we decide to put Thatcher Demko in net. So should we put Thatcher Demko in net? And while I wait for some feedback from Gudu and that, or anyone else in the chat, we'll check on how Springfield's doing in the AHL. Because I believe they made the playoffs. Maybe they didn't. Oh yeah, there they did. They made the playoffs in round 1, but they unfortunately lost in round 1, 4-2. Alright, too bad. So, not a very good sign when your AHL team goes out in round 1 either. Gudu says play this game out. Alright. Who do we keep in net, Gudu? Who do we keep in net? And switch goalies. Okay, we're going to put Demko in. He has occasionally got hot, so let's play this game out. And we'll see if Thatcher Demko can do anything for us. Out shooting them, but we haven't scored yet. And now we're getting outshot badly. But Will Butcher buries the first one, and we're up 1-0 at the end of the first. All right. And Austin Matthews buries the second one. Awesome. But Sergei Wolf scores to make it 2-1. We're badly carrying the momentum right now. We're getting badly outshot. And it's 2-2 thanks to Stamkos. We got the shots a little bit closer, but they are hurting us badly in momentum. Get them on a penalty, and we still can't build any momentum out of that. That's rough. The good news is Demko seems to be holding his own right now. Oh no, they take a 3-2 lead with just over 8 minutes left. We're going to turn up the highlights for the last minute and a half. We're going to go to the strategy, tactics, no, global tactics. And we're going to pull our goalie very fast and see if we can somehow bury another one. It's not looking likely, though. We did pull our goalie, minute left. But had to put our goalie back in. We're on the power play even, but time runs out in the game and on our season. And unfortunately, as quickly as it started, it ended. So, we lose 4 straight games. And we were not the only team to lose, but that's a rough go of it, huh? 4 straight games to lose out. The good news is, at least if we look at our owner confidence, we're still fairly high, so we're not going to get fired. Really, there's not much more to go over here. I mean, it happened. We can't really do too much about that. We're a team still building for the future. I would still really like to see if we get a win here before maybe we move on to a different team and try something different in Franchise Hockey Manager 4. I mean, we do have other streams going, of course, but we just can't seem to get that one big win we need. And that's really disappointing. So, we can see a few more storylines are popping up. Jake McCabe puts up a scholarship. So, with that in mind, thank you very much for tuning into this very short and sweet, but quickly over Florida Panthers Franchise playoff series. We lose 4 straight. I'll probably end up simming straight through until September, maybe even go a little bit past that. Might even go into the part of the regular season because there isn't a huge amount to show here right now. We don't have a lot of draft picks. Just looking at our depth chart, we traded away everything. We have a 5th, 2 6th, and a 7th round pick because part of that was we traded for Austin Matthews and brought him in. And Rasmus Dahlin, of course, we have as well. So we have some guys for the future, but we're still building towards that future. So thank you very much for tuning in. We will always stream on Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. You can also find us on Twitter. We're at Franchise Hockey. On our Twitter page is actually a link to our Discord channel where you can come talk about Franchise Hockey Manager or anything else you'd like to talk about. You can find us on Facebook. We're facebook.com/Franchise Hockey Manager. Or if you want to come on down to our official website, it's ootpdevelopments.com. Click on the community button in the top right-hand corner and that'll take you to our official forums. I feel pretty good about where we are going with this stream. Hopefully it continues to go well. And that's all we can hope for. We'll be back Wednesday with our Brandon Wheat Kings franchise. In fact, you might even see me stream again, possibly even tomorrow. Maybe you get back with Seattle. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Maybe even early Wednesday too. I don't know. I'll get this up on YouTube as quickly as I can for anyone interested as well. And our YouTube, of course, is youtube.com/OOTP Developments. So thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you all again very soon.